Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take the source materials you send us and, well, we distill them down to give you that shortcut to being really, really well informed. I want to kick things off today with a feeling I think most of us know, maybe a little too well.
Oh, yeah.
It's the feeling of just passively waiting, waiting for the new you to come and magically fix everything.
Mm-hmm. Or waiting for the economy to change so you can finally move forward. Even just waiting for a coffee.
Exactly. We spend so much of our lives feeling like passengers, just hoping the next destination is going to be better.
And that passive waiting, it's so energetically draining.
Yeah.
It's what keeps you stuck in the same cycles over and over. The sources we looked at for this, they completely flip that script.
So,
The whole core idea is that life shouldn't be waited for. It should be actively set up. It should be energetically engineered.
energetically engineered. I love that. So that's our mission for this deep dive. We're going to explore a structural tool that goes way beyond just, positive thinking.
Or simple rituals, yeah.
We're not just talking about opening a door to a possibility. We're looking at how you can actually pave a new road for your life, a road you can start walking on, like today. And that tool is the crystal grid.
And this is where the material gets really exciting.
Yeah.
Because it totally reframes what a crystal grid is. It's not just a pretty decorative thing you bought.
Right, not just shelf decor.
No. It's described as a form of, and this is a direct quote, energy engineering. It's about using structure and frequency to create a fixed, continuous power system that's all about holding and manifesting your biggest goals.
Okay, so let's unpack that blueprint. In this deep dive, we're going to get into the precise mechanics of the grid, the specific minimalist components you need for what's called a life path grid.
Right. So no need for dozens of expensive stone.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And then the 4 crucial steps to activate it and maintain it. The goal here is to really understand how a deliberate structural change in your energy can lead to a real, measurable change in your life.
Let's start with the basics.
Okay, so foundational question. What is the real difference between me having, say, a single piece of quartz on my desk versus putting together an actual grid? What makes a few stones suddenly become a transmission tower?
The difference is synergy. That's the key. The sources have this great analogy. A single crystal, let's say an amethyst, is like a solo musician.
Okay.
It has a beautiful pure frequency, but it's working all by itself. A grid, that's an orchestra. The power isn't just added up, it's exponential. Because you're consciously aligning 3 things, a focused intention, the physical stone frequency, and the organizing geometric matter.
And that continuous alignment part, that feels like the secret weapon, right? Because I know my own process. I can sit down in the morning, set a perfect intention, feel super focused, but then, mid-afternoon hits, the emails, the stress, and that beautiful intention is just evaporated. It's gone.
Exactly. That's why relying on willpower alone, that fleeting intention, is why so many goals just dissolve. The grid is designed to solve that structural problem. The big insight is that once it's activated, the grid is a self-sustaining transmission tower.
A transmission tower.
It just continuously sends out that one clear signal your intention into the universe. 24 hours a day, doesn't matter what you're doing.
So even if I'm distracted or sleeping or just having a terrible day.
The grid is still holding that signal steady for you. It's doing a heavy lifting.
So if the grid is broadcasting my future 24/7, what does that actually do? How do the sources explain that this isn't just, wishful thinking?
This is the bridge. This is where it gets really interesting. The grid creates what the sources call an energy blueprint, a fixed, stable structure. Think about it like setting the foundation piles for a new building.
Okay, pouring the concrete slab, it's fixed.
It's fixed. And that fixed energy field works to, and I love this phrase, reorganize the gravitational pull around you.
Reorganize the gravitational pull.
Wow.
That is a powerful image.
It is. It suggests that instead of you constantly having to push against resistance, the field you've created just automatically starts attracting the right outcomes, the right people, the right opportunities. You stop swimming upstream because the current is being redirected to you.
And it's not magic.
It's not magic. The sources are clear on that. It's the application of a fixed energetic structure. That's the language that energy seems to understand.
But I have a question about that. If I create this very specific fixed structure, let's say for a career change, what if the universe has something even better for me, but my grid is so specific that it's actually blocking that higher possibility?
Yeah, it is a great critical question, and the sources anticipate it. The key is in how you phrase the intention, which we'll get to, and the choice of your core stone. If your intention is focused on a feeling or a state of being like clarity or stability or harmony.
Not on a specific job title.
Exactly. Then the structure acts as a magnet for everything that aligns with that feeling. The point of the life path grid isn't to micromanage the universe, it's to fix your own internal magnetic north.
That makes so much more sense. Okay, let's talk about building this thing, this road crew. Because when I hear crystal grid, I picture these huge, complex designs with tons of expensive stones.
Right. And you don't need that. For paving a new road, we're going for maximum effect with minimum material. A really effective road crew, not a whole city. The key is that each stone, and you only need 5 to 7, serves a very specific structural role.
Let's get into those roles.
Okay, so we start with the absolute most important piece, the core stone. This is your generator. It goes right in the
generator, so it's the engine?
It is the engine. And it doesn't represent your goal. It represents the new self, the vibration of the person who has already achieved that goal. This stone sets the entire direction.
So choosing this one is critical. What are the main options for that core position?
Well, if you feel really lost, like you have no idea which way to go, the sources say clear quartz. It's the master amplifier. It just cuts through all the mental clutter and helps you get clarity.
Okay, clarity. And what if the problem isn't a lack of direction, but more feeling stuck, like you're in a loop?
Then you would probably choose labradorite. It's often called the wizard stone. Its whole energy is about revealing hidden truths and helping you jump to a new timeline by showing you paths you literally couldn't see before.
Wow, okay. Clarity versus jumping the timeline. That's a huge difference.
It is. And the third great option for the core is amethyst. This is for anyone whose best intentions get sabotaged by emotional reactions or impulsive decisions. Amethyst brings wisdom and objectivity. It helps you build your path on solid judgment, not just fleeting emotions.
The generator is set, so now we need to expand that energy outwards. What's next?
Next up are the direction stones. I call them the power stations.
Yeah.
You need 4 of them, and they have to be placed symmetrically around the core, north, south, east, west.
To keep it balanced.
For balanced expansion, exactly.
Yeah.
Their job is to stabilize that central frequency and push it outwards. They're like streetlights for your new path, making sure the signal is strong and far-reaching.
And I assume the choices here are more about the practical application of that energy out in the world?
That's right. If your path is about healing, better relationships, or self-love, you'd use rose quartz. If it's about confidence, action, and tangible success, you want citrine. It has this bright solar energy that just breaks up any feeling of stagnation.
And what about for grounding? For just stability?
For that, you absolutely must use smoky quartz. If your new path is about staying rooted in reality and seeing a long-term project through without getting lost in fantasy, smoky quartz is your anchor.
I see. So you customize the power stations based on the flavor of the road. And finally, you said there's an optional maintenance team.
Yes, the support stones or the mentors, these are 1 or 2 optional stones just for maintenance and protection. The sources highly recommend selenite. It's like a constant energy cleanser. It keeps the whole road clear of stagnant gunk.
So it keeps the circuit clean.
Exactly. And if you work in a really challenging environment or you're just super sensitive to other people's energy, you might add black tourmaline to protect the whole grid from outside interference or negativity.
That is an incredibly logical structure. A generator, power stations, and a maintenance crew. Okay, now for the most important part. Activation. How do we flip the switch and make this a single working circuit?
This is the moment. This is where it goes from just pretty rocks to active creation. Step 1, cleansing and preparation. First, find a good spot, somewhere visible but where it won't be disturbed, a bedside table, a shelf. Then cleanse everything, the space, the stones. You can use selenite or smoke from sage or palo santo.
And your own intention.
Yes. Take 3 deep breaths and just state, internally is fine. I cleanse all old energy that does not align with this new path. You want to feel that you're creating a clean slate.
You can't build a new house on a shaky old foundation.
Exactly. Step 2, placement and intention setting. Place the core stone first. Now, this is the most critical moment. You either write your intention on a tiny piece of paper and tuck it under the stone, or you cup your hands over the core and speak it directly into it. And remember the rule.
Clear, short, and in the present tense.
Always present tense. So not, I will find stability.
It has to be.
I am walking on the path of stability and happiness. Or I choose the path of my true self and abundance. You speak it, you feel it, you send that feeling right into the stone until it feels locked in. Then you place your 4 direction stones around it, making sure it all feels balanced.
Okay. And now the actual activation, the switch flip. How do we wire this thing together?
You're creating invisible lines of energy. You connect the whole orchestra to the conductor, which is the core stone. Use your dominant finger, a crystal wand, whatever feels like an extension of you. Start at the core stone, touch it. Then draw an imaginary line of energy in the air directly to the first direction stone. And this is crucial. You have to drag that line of energy back to the core stone.
So it's always core to direction, back to core. You're closing the loop.
You're creating a closed circuit. You repeat that for every single one of the surrounding stones. You're literally energetically wiring the circuit. It'll look like you're drawing petals from the center.
And once every stone is connected back to the core,
You make a firm, confident, closing declaration out loud. Something like, the path is set, or it is done. And this is a firm rule. You have to step back, let it work. Don't micromanage it.
the switch is flipped, the path is set. So now what? You mentioned there were 2 phases of results and that the first one can be a little jarring.
It can. And it's the phase that makes people think it's not working, when actually it's the biggest sign of success. It's the clearing phase.
Yeah.
It usually lasts for the first 7 to 21 days.
Okay, what happens?
Because the grid is now broadcasting this new higher frequency for you.
Yeah.
It immediately starts to shed things that don't match.
So the new energy literally pushes out the old energy.
Correct. People, bad habits, procrastination, even projects or jobs that don't align with that new frequency will just start to fall away. It can look like an unexpected argument or suddenly losing interest in something you used to love.
Okay, but if someone suddenly has a big fight with a friend or even loses their job in those first 2 weeks, that's really stressful. How do you anchor yourself in the idea that this is a good thing?
That mental anchor is everything. You have to remember the analogy. You ask the grid to pave a new road, and the first step of paving is always digging up the old, cracked pavement. If something falls away, you have to see it not as a loss, but as the universe removing debris from your path. If you asked for stability and a volatile friendship ends, well, the grid is giving you stability by removing the source of the instability.
Once that debris is cleared, then comes the good part, the attraction phase.
Yes, the attraction phase. This is when you start seeing undeniable synchronicities. Opportunities just flow to you, you feel less hesitation, your intuition is suddenly way louder and clear. The sources say it's because the grid has organized that gravity around you, so life starts flowing with you, not against you.
And because that transmission tower is doing the heavy lifting 24/7, how much maintenance is actually required?
The secret is stability and stillness. The grid is a fixed structure. It's holding the intention for you, so don't move it around.
Yeah.
And don't keep asking it for the same wish over and over.
Because that implies you don't trust it's working.
It implies doubt. Exactly. The work is already being done. The only maintenance needed is a gentle weekly check-in. Just sit near it, reconnect with that initial feeling of your intention for a minute, maybe gently dust it off. That stillness is vital for the structure to hold.
Okay, one last important question. What happens if your path changes or you achieve the goal? Is there a danger of locking yourself into the wrong path forever?
That's a great point, and that's why deactivation is so important. If the goal is achieved or your path evolves, you should officially deactivate the grid. You just gather the stones, sincerely thank them for their work, and cleanse them.
It's like graduating.
It is. It signals growth and readiness for the next level. Deactivating a grid isn't failure. It's proof that you've mastered that energetic lesson and you're ready to engineer the next chapter.
So this whole intentional process, from picking the stones to flipping the switch, it really is a clear, unwavering declaration to the universe that says, I am ready for this new path.
And that structural change is what drives the life change. You don't have to know every single step of the new road. Once you set the structure with the grid, life stops asking where to go and just starts taking you there.
Moving from that passive hope we started with to active structural creation, that really is the biggest takeaway.
So here's the challenge for you. Take some time today to really think about your true core intention, that new self you want to embody. And then find 5 or 7 stones that speak to that path. And stop waiting for the river to take you. Start building the locks that guide its flow.